Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We are going to start with Ace Abde, of course, this Barca youngster who now plays on loan at CA Osasuna. As it has been reported that Barcelona will seek at least 20 million euros for the loanee amid Premier League and Bundesliga interest. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported that the Barcelona winger is determined and very hungry to win trophies after World Cup defeats. We're also going to be looking at that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona loanee Abde Latest was one of the surprise packages in this 2022 FIFA World Cup. Although the youngster was far from the first team regular, he made a series of cameos for a Morocco side that surpassed every expectation to reach out the semi-final stage of that competition. In addition to his breakthrough in the World Cup, the young forward has been also enjoying a fine season at Osasuna, having registered 2 assists in 8 matches so far. In light of his success, Barcelona are keen on taking advantage and potentially making a significant profit out of the 2 million euros they had spent for the player, according to Sport. It appears the club are open to the idea of offloading Abde permanently after the end of this season, when he is slated to return to Camp Nou. Although Barca might have considered giving the youngster a chance in the first team, the stacked nature of the offensive unit would make it almost impossible for Ace Update to make a breakthrough next season. A sale in the summer, therefore, appears to be the most logical solution. Clubs from Premier League and the Bundesliga have already explored that idea of signing the Moroccan at the end of the season. Barcelona, though, are not willing to sanction a sale on a cut price deal. In fact, they are not willing to consider any offer below 20 million euros. Even a sale worth 20 million could see Barca making a handsome 18 million euro profit. Abde's representative, meanwhile, wants the player to continue his development at Barcelona, but only if the player can be guaranteed regular game time. Otherwise, they are preferring a permanent switch elsewhere, rather than somewhere or rather than another loan move that may derail the player's progress. With Barca needing to generate cash inflow from player sales, Abde could end up being one of the players sacrificed by the club come summer, although they will be demanding at least 20 million euros for the winger. Ace Abde have been on form this season at Osasuna, where he went on from a loan move. Of course, to be honest, he's a well-talented player, but the fact that we don't have that space, right? We have a lot of attacking players, and to be honest, if he comes to Barca, he will be very frustrated because that game time will not come. So Barcelona are thinking of sanctioning a sale for Ace Abde when the season comes to an end. Right now, as I said, he plays for CA Osasuna in La Liga, and he's doing a great job there. He's doing a great job there, and I think 20 million euros is still a very good price, and I think it's okay if it can be sold at that. To be honest, had it been we had it been we needed forwards, honestly, I think S Abde could have returned to Barcelona, but from the way things are right now, I think the player needs to play elsewhere. Normally, a loan move was a very great idea from Barca to leave him to play on loan, which he have been doing great at his club, which he plays. And also for the Morocco side, we saw, even though he was not a starter for Morocco, coming out most of the time from second half from the bench, I think he was doing so well. He played well, with good dribbling. He's a good dribbler. He plays well. He's a winger like Ousmane Dembele, like that. He plays really, really great. He has skills, potentials. So let's see how things will end up when it comes to Ace Abde's future. How I wish he could have been playing for Barca on a permanent deal. But the truth is, we don't have that space. The forward department is really tight up. And if he comes, he won't have that game time. So I think if Barca can succeed to offload him for the 20 million euros, which for me, I think the price is very okay, then he will be sold permanently. So let's see how things will end up for Ace Abde when it comes to his future. I think he would definitely like to return to Barcelona at some point, to be honest. He left the La Masia Academy, let's not forget. And of course, any former La Masia player will always like to at least play senior football. Even though he played when Xavi came last season, but that was not something that you can say he has enjoyed playing for the Barca senior side, right? So it's still a long way to go for Ace Abde. He's still very young. I think he's 20 years old now, and a lot of potential he has. Definitely, I think he won't lack suitors. He won't lack suitors. I think the 20 million euro mark might be great if other clubs can come, and of course, let's see how things will look like for the player moving forward. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Ousmane Dembele was one of the worst performers when France were utterly outclassed by Argentina during the first half of the FIFA World Cup final. Although Le Bleu made an excellent comeback in the second half, it was largely thanks to a couple of substitutions made by Didier Deschamps. One of those decisions was to stop off Dembele, who was struggling to make an impression on the flanks and was replaced by Marcus Thuram. After the game, Dembele received heavy criticism from the French media over his performance in the final. Even though the forward was one of France's finest performances in the World Cup campaign, his lackluster display against Argentina was broadly highlighted. However, Dembele is looking, to move on from the defeat and is now firmly focused on the season ahead with Barcelona, according to Mundo Deportivo. The report suggests that the defeat to Argentina in the final has left Dembele very frustrated. He wants to turn his feelings into motivation and help Barcelona during the second half of the campaign. The winger is already expected to join the Barca camp ahead of the season resumption and work with Xavi Hernandez. With 5 goals and 9 assists in all competitions this season, he has been one of the most productive players for the Catalans this term. Dembele's performances could be crucial during the second half, or during the second half of the campaign, when Barca will be looking to maintain their lead at the top of the table while hunting for the Copa del Rey trophy. Barcelona restart their campaign on December 31st as they play host to local rivals RCD Espanyol. However, having only finished his World Cup campaign on Sunday, it remains to be seen whether the forward will be available for that derby clash. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to subscribe so you always stay up to date with the latest on Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye for now.